I just received my ASM Diosynth Wind Controller, and I thought I would do a quick first impressions review to let you know what I think of the instrument. I'm going to start by letting you hear some of the sounds you can create with the Diosynth Wind Controller. Then I'll discuss some of the highlight features I've discovered during the first few days of use. Pure squares. Here's the line out. Plug this into the line out port, and the other end goes into your speakers line in. Right there. I'm using my own line cable because the original cable that came with the instrument didn't seem to have enough shielding, it had some hum. So I'm using my own, and it's nicely shielded. This is long sawtooth. This is pure squares. This is long sawtooth. These sounds show the integration and connection of the Diosynth Wind Controller with the Reason 13 DAW.
Okay, so you set your internal sounds right here with this button here, and you can select bank and stuff like that. So there's pizzicato. You can roll through there. There are literally hundreds, and so I don't think you'll have any trouble getting enough sounds. And on the back, you've got this joystick down here. If you go to the right, it gives you, push it to the right, and it's placed nicely. If you push it to the right, you get vibrato. If left, you go growl. If you push up, it has an up pitch, and I think you can adjust that within the settings, and a down pitch. I have set the bite pressure, which has a pressure sensitive reed here. Inside there's a metal thing, I'm sure that does that. But the bite sensor is hard to control, I found. So I turned off the bite sensor. But you can change the volume by blowing easier and harder, and you can change that wind sensitivity. So you can get some pretty good dynamics out of this thing. Now, if I'm going to my powered speaker, I set this output right here. You've got to have that turned up. If I'm going to my little speaker on the front of the synthesizer, which is right here, then you turn this up or down, and you can get volume out of it that way. This top button is your power, on and off. Okay, it's off. And you can turn it on.
When you press it, it does go on. And it lights up. I'm a sax player, and I selected sax key layout, and most of it works fine. You have a limited number of side keys, only 2 on that side rather than the 4. You do get the high F sharp F key, you get the high F key, and you get 2 side spatulas on the left side. So those work nice. You do get a fork, F sharp there for saxophone, and you get 2 spatula keys down there. When you work through it, you figure out, oh, well, if I do this instead, this will work. So it does work, but you have to adjust your thinking slightly. Anyway, those are the keys. They don't make much noise, but you can hear on some of the recordings. This is the speaker at the top. When it's on, you're going to get a light like that. So anyway, it comes with a cable, so you can power it off of a cable. It'll take batteries, and you don't need this, and you can just play it standalone. But I'm playing it with power from my computer. There's a USB-C here, connector here. I've got my own cable because it's nice and long, and it goes up to my USB-C here. And then this is the fork cable that they supplied. So if you try to power your Wind controller off of your computer alone, there won't be enough power. So you've got to use their provided fork cable, which has a draw from their power supply, which goes into the computer and comes back through the USB, boosts it up, so you have enough power to power on your system. Plus, you do connect your USB MIDI input and output through that cable to your computer, so you can do your synthesizer sounds through another device. And you can download your software from the ASM patch manager. Anyway, the computer does come with a very nice stand. I love it. There it is. It's solid. Okay, so you got your music stand there, and it holds it. It's easy to get in and out, not a problem. It's got a little footstool down there to hold the bottom of the instrument. Puts it in. There you go. Okay, so I'm using an external speaker with the system. And when I do that, basically I have a good setup for a live performance. So I can go in and do a jam with some other instrument players doing whatever type of music they want to do, and it'll work. You do need to make sure that you select the right patches ahead of time, because some of the patches, if you do things like I did with Propeller Head Reason 13, they might get glitchy. So the safe thing for performance would be to do the onboard ASM patches that you've downloaded from your patch manager to your system. It'll take a lot of patches, I don't know how many, and then set up your favorites. The internal ASM Diosynth patches are superior to what you're going to get out of the box compared to using a DAW like the Propeller Head Reason 13. Here's the carry case that it comes in. So you don't have to buy a case. You don't have to worry about it getting banged around. The inside is cushioned nicely, and it comes with a bunch of different cables and stuff. I'm not going to go into that detail right now, but it comes with what you need to do a live performance or to connect your ASM to your computer, to download your patches, to initialize it and load the latest version of firmware, and to connect with your DAW systems. As you can tell, I'm impressed with the Diosynth Wind Controller. It meets 3 or 4 of my main needs. The first is that the fingerings be very similar to saxophone. The second is that it be able to perform standalone without being attached to a computer. The third is that it be able to act as a good wind controller for other software synthesizers that I can use in my studio. So, for me, the Diosynth Wind Controller meets most of my musical needs, and it's a welcome addition to my studio instruments.